beloved, shalom. Preparation. This is the name of this particular prophetic message as it pertains to kingdom marriages. You may want to use weddings, betrothals, betrothed, engagement, whatever it is. We know that that kingdom husband or that kingdom wife, that is the most important covenant other than keeping the covenant with ELYON, who is the name above all names, Hashem. So I'm going to get right into it. We're going to talk about it. But first, I am going to do a recap. I love being outside. I'm so glad it's not raining right now because yesterday I got caught in the rain and I saw a double rainbow. So incredible. Hard to capture on camera, but it was so incredible how the double rainbow stretched across the sky. One was very vivid, the other one was very, very light. So I'm going to get down and deep into this message. And this is preparation, specifically preparation for the marriage, not necessarily the ceremony, but the marriage itself. We have to have the right ingredients, just like in a recipe, so to speak. So I'm going to give two illustrations. One is going to be about a chef for events, particularly when it pertains to preparing meals. And one, sorry for the background noise. I'll repeat again. The first illustration is going to be about chefs preparing for a special event that's not a wedding. And the second illustration is going to be for the preparation of the actual wedding banquet, so to speak. I know many people like to use the word reception. So I'm going to get into this. What came to me, even though this is not really a prophetic word, it's more like it's just preparation. And the word that came to me, it's more like having the blueprint or the playbook, so to speak. What came to me was, instead of using the word preparation, we can use the word plan, because we have to write the vision and make it plain. So we need to run with it, and that means we have to plan. The first illustration is about a chef. I'm going to walk and get into it so I can get to my destination as I talk to you on this live about it. And please, please like, share, connect. And I would love to hear from you if you have any concerns, questions, comments. If you have specific concerns regarding yourself or your kingdom spouse, please connect with me. I would love to talk to you. There is absolutely no charge for that, of course. It would be my pleasure. So what came to me was a chef preparing for an event, but not a wedding event, nothing pertaining to marriage. And in order to do so, of course, you know, you need to have a plan. So when chefs prepare, they have to have a menu, so to speak. They have to go out and get the ingredients for the meal. It takes a lot of preparation. So you have to be sure that you do it in advance. You don't want to wait till the last minute. Waiting to the last minute will mean that more than likely all of the guests will have to suffer. They will have to suffer to some degree because they would not have what they need while waiting for the main course. So when we're planning out the meal, when we're preparing for that special event, we have to have exactly what it is that we need. For the salad, we have to have the spinach or the cabbage or the arugula and so on and so forth. So it is necessary for us to plan ahead of time so we don't run into rushing at the last minute. Just think about it. Even when you may prepare a meal at home for yourself and your family, you know it takes some time to prepare. If you're popping popcorn or whatever you have to be sure that you have the oil, that you have the air popper ready or whatever, and you have to be sure that you have the bowl and all of the toppings you want to put on the popcorn or whatever you want to put into the salad. That's just an example, an illustration. The second illustration is the preparation for the wedding, banquet, celebration, whatever you want to call it. And that takes a lot more planning because you have more that's involved. You have invitations because you have guests that you're inviting. You may have even rehearsals because, well, if you're getting married, you will have to prepare for that. So you may have a rehearsal, a dress rehearsal, so to speak. And you would definitely need to have decorations. You would need to go out and hire someone that may be a wedding planner so things can run a little smoothly and that someone can assist you in putting it all together. And maybe you don't hire a wedding planner. You just might want to have some of your family, friends, or associates or those in the wedding helping you to plan for the big day, the special day. So sorry, I'm walking, so I want to be sure that you can hear me as well and have a really good background as I'm walking. So here's another beautiful plant. So you have to write a list out because if you don't write a list out, you can forget a lot. You'll need to get flowers, maybe real flowers, maybe synthetic flowers. I would think that synthetic flowers might be a little easier to manage, especially if it's very hot or if it's very cold. It depends on the month in which you are planning this particular wedding or marriage ceremony, whatever you want to call it. So it's a lot that goes into it. Some people would prefer to keep it informal. Some people get married at the beach. Some people get married at the pool. Some people get married outside at the park. It's up to you how you want to do it because it's your day. So you can plan it any way you want to. And you might want a short wedding. And that's fine too. Or maybe you want a very long one. Maybe you want it to go on for 8 hours. Maybe you want it to last half a day, 12 hours. Or you may want it to last for 2 weeks. It's up to you. 2 days, 3 days. So as you go forward, you want to be sure that you have some kind of idea as to what color theme you want for those in the bridal party, wedding party, whatever you like to call it. And then the groom is going to have whatever he needs to have to do as well. So it's all about what the bride and the groom want on the special day. You may have people flying in from other places to partake in this special event, and that's absolutely wonderful. There's a lot that goes into it, and it takes a long time to prepare it. If you're paying for a venue or reserving a venue, you have to take care of that and make sure that that's done in advance. You may be able to find a place that you may not have to pay for at all, and you may be able to reserve a party room or a clubhouse. So there's so many different ideas that goes into planning the actual wedding day when the two come together and celebrate their love officially in the land. So you have to prepare. That means there's a lot of planning, a lot of decorating. You need decorations. You need to be sure that you've got the wedding cakes lined up, or the cupcakes, if you are going to have those, the sparkling cider, or whatever else you may have for your guest to drink. And you may want to be sure that you send out something so those who are invited can RSVP, so you can get a count as to how many people will actually be there on the day of, so you know exactly how much food you need to have and how much drinks you need to have and how many gifts, if you're giving gifts out to your guests, how many gifts you need to give out, or thank you cards to those who actually came to celebrate this awesome occasion, which is so epic. It's so amazing to get married, and everyone always looks forward to going to weddings and celebrating two people coming together. It's so wonderful. And I want to jump into this waking life episode that I had today. So I actually met a couple today as I was out and about earlier, and they look so much in love. I talked to them for a few minutes. I thought they may have already been married, but they said they were going to get married soon. And I talked to them a little while longer. I found out that neither one of them were from the same nation, but it doesn't matter. They look so in love. And it's so wonderful to see two people in love any day. And I'm so glad I saw that today. That definitely gives all of us a lot of hope, a lot of inspiration. I want to encourage you that even if this is a reconnection for you coming about, if this is your marriage season, that you don't despise the small beginnings. Don't allow what happened before to stop you from enjoying that person. Treasure it, because there are so many people that would love to get married. They would love to have children, and it hasn't happened for them. And they would love that blessing to happen in their life. They want to get married. They desire to get married. So even if you're not getting married, if this is not your marriage season, perhaps you're already married. Maybe you want to renew your vows. Maybe you want to stoke the flames. Or maybe you just want to go on a nice honeymoon together and celebrate all the years that you have together. Believe me, this is for everyone. Or maybe you are supporting someone who is getting married right now. Maybe it's a daughter, a son, a friend, a spiritual daughter, spiritual son. No matter what it is, celebrate love. Love is always to be celebrated. Love, ahava in Hebrew. So many different words and so many different languages for love, but we know that love, it's more important than anything, because people need love just like fish need water, just like birds need seed. And of course, all of humanity and all of creation desire to be loved. It is so universal. It is so global. It is so wonderful to be married. It is so wonderful to have that special person in your life. that gives you butterflies in your stomach, that makes you nervous, that you dream about them, you think about them. Everywhere you go, you just can't stop thinking about that particular person. It's so incredible. So as you go forth, I want to encourage each and every one of you. We are blessed to be a blessing. Bless someone in their marriage season, even if it's not your marriage season. Support them. It doesn't necessarily have to be resources as far as funds, but support them by sharing with them, if you are already married, what it is and how special it is, how important it is to get married, and everything leading up to the special day and beyond, the honeymoon. And even if they don't have children, how the union is so important. This is your best friend. This is your only lover for life, for a lifetime. It's for a lifetime. It's not a simple commitment or contract. It's a covenant. It's a covenant. It is so amazing. And I see how the sky is. There's a glimmer of pink there. Look at that. Now, I'm about to sign off now. I want to do a quick recap. So we started out talking about brides. Then we went and we talked about proposal. That's right, the marriage proposal. And how the ring represents the covenant. The husband to be brings the bride to be the ring and proposes. That takes so much courage. And the wife says, yes, I do. I want to marry you. And then we get to the preparation, the planning. And we're going to talk more about this more and more and go deeper. But for now, we are blessed to be a blessing. Have a wonderful evening and sweet sleep. Preparation, kingdom marriages.